Could you share an hour to change a young person's life?
Sometimes the most powerful thing you can be for an individual is just present. I've been there in the sense of feeling like I, want to create that relationship, create that bond, and actually it just takes time. So taking a bit of pressure off yourself to start with, taking some expectations off yourself, and showing up how that young person needs you in the first instance. It's so strange because you learn so much more about yourself in the process. It's very much two-way, so I benefit and get learnings from my young person that I'm working with, and hopefully they get a benefit out of my presence too.
Some of the young people that we work with, obviously their lives can be a bit hectic out with school, so having that mentor meeting for that one period a week just gives them that bit of consistency throughout. I've had young people that have been applying for college and when it's got to personal statements, they just don't know what to write because they've got no belief within themselves. They don't believe in themselves at all, or they don't see the qualities that their mentor and myself see in them. Then I've saw them have a mentor meeting and they use a library and they sit on the computer, and by the end of it they've got a full personal statement that they could never have done by themselves because they don't see it. But that's down to the time and dedication that the mentors have gave to them to get to know them, and then they can say, well, I know that you're good at this, I know you can do that. I think that speaks for itself. I wouldn't say I struggled at school, but I have dyslexia and I didn't find out till I was 19, so I did kind of academically have a wee bit of a struggle. And I think there's quite a lot of pressure put on young people because as well through my own work I get a lot of young people going to exams, coming in for treatments and things, and they're so stressed, and it's it's quite sometimes hard to see. So I think having that kind of experience and managing to bring that through was quite positive.
If I didn't have mentoring, I feel like I would just be a completely different person. I wouldn't talk to people, honestly. I'd just be quiet, I wouldn't have that sense of confidence about me. Honestly, I'd just be letting everyone else do their own thing, and then just me holding everyone back like an anchor. And I wouldn't have all the stuff I have now if Ayla wasn't here. It's definitely made me more sociable, made me more confident. Now I'm able to actually talk to people and carry on a conversation, and definitely put myself forward in situations that I wouldn't usually put myself forward in.
We have really high aspirations in Irvine Royal Academy, and I personally have an unapologetic high expectation, and we have that because we want to instill that within our young people to show them that there is a wider community than the community that they currently live in, and the opportunities that the world has to offer them. And the support the MCR mentors have been able to provide our young people who are looking outwards and ready to transition from school has really come through as invaluable.
When I reflect back on the shy boy that I met, in third year, to the kind of confident young man that's really, thinks through problems really well, who's got a good grounding in terms of how he sees problems and his philosophy for life. It's incredible just to see that process, and obviously I'm just playing a very small part in helping that development, but it feels really rewarding to see it.
I think Zach's massively come out of shell. You can see his confidence growing all the time. I'll actually never forget it. We were doing a CV one day, and I can't remember what we said, and Zach said, oh yeah, but this is your job, and I'm like, no, it's not my job. This has nothing to do with what I do. I take time out my work diary to be here for you, and you could see as we head ticking over. And I think for young people to realise that you're not here because you have to be here. You're here because you actually want to genuinely be here to help them with that extra bit of support in their life, and to give them that extra person they can talk to, because not even specifically Zach, but I think a lot of young people feel quite alone in the world at a lot of times, and just to have a programme like this is just such a great thing for them.
From what we've spoken to and with the information our mentors have shared, is they've got from it more than they could ever imagine they could get from it, and as a school we're indebted to them. The support that they offer our young people is absolutely invaluable, and I would thoroughly encourage anyone and everybody who is even thinking about it to dip their toe in the water and give it a shot, because what it gives back to you is exponential.
It just makes it all worthwhile at the time you give up, which you never ever grudge anyway, but it just makes it so worthwhile.
Sign up to be a mentor today.